morning, everyone. Good morning. Hope everyone's having a blessed morning. I am having a blessed morning. Yes, I am. Yep, I am having a blessed morning. So let me jump right into this. Um, I had did a video prior to this talking about a well established and a well famous YouTuber. I'm gonna do that video later. I'm just gonna try to figure out how I can get around it because I think I used his name and it was copywritten. And I took the video down immediately. But I'm going to do a video on that individual because it is needed. Because you got a lot of these individuals are added in to our children being abductive and being kidnapped by this gangster persona life, by this thug life, by this murder, death, kill mindset, which is plaguing our communities all around the world and ourselves. And what I mean about being abductive, I mean being about abductive and kidnapped by people, places, and things. This is really important that people, places, and things play a major part of your child being abductive and being kidnapped by this way of life, which is leading our children down a very dark path. There's a lot of fighting that's going on. There's a lot of things that we need to come up with in order to grab our children attention and their minds, which their minds are very beautiful, very intelligent, and very active and productive, but is leading towards a way of this life which is abducting them and kidnapping them. And when when you get abducted by this way of life, when you get abducted by this way of life, there's no telling where you could end up at. There's no telling where you be murdered at, killed at, arrested at. Doing these acts of spinning the blocks and killing each other. There's no telling. And this is why, as a YouTuber, as a parent, as a person that cares, is to speak up against this mindset, is to speak up against this evil um, entity which is plaguing our children, ourselves, our community, our society, year after year, day after day, minute after minute, hour after hour, second after second, and generation after generation. As we see this entity and thing is trying to build a generational curse, which it is a generational curse. Basically, it's trying to build a generational curse inside your very bloodline. So if you have children, whether they boys and they trying to basically they're trying to basically is let these children very bloodline be kidnapped by this very entity so that our children will grow up in darkness upon darkness and will not grow up with a sense of a direction of the worship of one creator. If we look at this, and we have to look at this because this is nothing to play with. This is our children. This is the future, right? And the future has what? Technology, has inventions, have things that they can procreate to lead us out of darkness and out of destruction, which they selves are being led down a path of destruction and demise in these plantations and jails. This is why it's really important to not allow ourselves and our children to be abducted and kidnapped by this entity, by this force that is there, that is producing falsehood, that's promising you, right? Any everything, but they fell in their promise because they tell you that they're gonna give you this life, that this life brings fame, fortune, and riches. And then when you do these acts, right, and you get caught for these acts, you end up in jail. You end up in a plantation. So the narrative, right, the narrative that is pushing is that it's fame, fortune, and riches. And you may do these acts and you think that you're getting away with this, but you're really not. So it's just using you as a vessel to do these acts because it don't want to do these acts. So it use you by mentally and physically and spiritually destroying you and putting you in places and people and things so that you can do these murder, death, kill acts. This is why it's really, really important that you do not be abducted and be kidnapped by this way of life, which is your enemy at the end of the day. It's really, really important that we preach this and that we uphold this way of life. K9 said, God help me navigate whatever challenges I encounter this day by my confidence and my rock. Guide me, do your will, and be a instrument of your peace today and each day. I mean, brother, yes, yes, you're absolutely right. And we need more of this. We need more of our brothers and sisters to step up and to expose this way of life, which is killing us and murdering us endlessly, endlessly, all in the name of money, all in the name of views. This is what we get in on these platforms that you have YouTubers in these major platforms that is promoting this way of life amongst our children. You like on these Revy platforms and these Revy YouTubers, they sitting there smoking, right, and drinking and promoting this amongst our children and our loved ones. So we are promoting this way of life amongst us. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you. There's only a small percentage of people that's doing this. Everybody's not on this way of life. Everybody's not doing this. You have a lot of pushbacks that's not being talked about. There's a lot of people that's on these major platforms that's pushing back this gangster persona life. That's not upholding this gangster persona life, right? And this is why it's a narrative to expose this gangster persona life. But I'm telling you, what this gangster persona life live is that when they do these acts be broadcast and be promoted on the news, on these platforms, on all these major platforms by these YouTubers, by people that's on Instagram, people that's on Facebook, people that's on TikTok. They promote this stuff. So these things can live on, live on, live on, because there's really a small percentage of them that's living. So they have to produce more views, more content, more violence, more drama, more shootings, more killings, you know? So these things have to be promoted so they can run up the bag. The more they promote and the more that they procreate of people, places, and things, people getting murdered, the more money that these individuals can get. And they don't really care about you. They don't really care about you because you know why they don't care about you? And them talking about these certain acts that's being committed amongst our generation, right? And amongst our youth, and amongst our communities, and amongst people in societies, right? The outlook and the backstory is that they don't say, you know what, your children, do not do this. Do not do this life. They don't promote that. They don't promote you're doing the right thing. They promote evil, demonic, twisted, barbaric, demon, devil way of life. They're not gonna promote you not doing this. They're not gonna promote you. They're not gonna promote you. Don't smoke weed. Don't drink. Don't hang on places where there's a lot of crime and activity going on. They're gonna promote that you hang in places where they smoke and drink, where they kill people, where they disrespect women and children, where they disrespect their own neighborhood. They're gonna promote that. They're gonna promote it so everybody else can get on this platform of destruction. Because the only rewards to this is jail, death, and murder, and you becoming an organ donor. That's the reward that you get on that type of life. That's the reward. If we look at this, so to sit here as a YouTuber, to sit here on my platform and promote murder, death, kill, barbaric, evil, twisted way of life, I'm wrong. I don't promote that. I push back because in order for me to get my blessing, in order for me to get my message out, in order for you to listen and to like and share so you can get the information out of my platform, I have to promote us doing the right thing. And us doing the right thing is upholding the oneness of the Creator, the worship of one Creator, and to worship and to promote righteousness, and to worshiping the Creator and doing the right thing and getting a job, helping your family out, helping your loved ones out, right? And keeping yourself out of these plantations and jails. And stop watching individuals that's promoting gang violence, that's killing and murders, that's promoting jail. They're not telling you the real story about jail. Is that you're going to get backdoored it. They're going to open up your butthole and let me see in your butthole. A lot of stabbings and killings, right, goes in jail. A lot of sexual assaults go in jail. A lot of that stuff go on. Your family don't come see you. Your family's not writing you. Yes, there's a lot of this stuff going on. A lot of these officers, a lot of those COs in there is raping you. They don't tell you that. That's the life. So I'm here to tell you that, listen, be careful. Be very careful of people, places, and things. Don't allow yourself to be abducted and kidnapped by this way of life, which is leading all of us down a very, very dark path. Somebody have to speak up at the end of the day, and I'm going to be the one that speak up against this life, which is barbaric, evil, twisted, demonic way of life. Yes. Please like, share, subscribe to the dopest channel out right now on YouTube. That's coming with bangers and heat. Bangers and heat. Bangers and heat for you and I. This is all big facts. Live the life, lead the life, ain't no thing. I'm married to the game and the game is married to me. It cloak yourself with your lower desire of fame, fortunes, and riches. It's not telling you that it's going to backdoor you at the end of the day. It's not going to tell you that. It's not going to tell you that. It's going to deceive you and mislead you and misguide you and then leave you and then lurk in the back after you are being hit with 10 years, 25 years, 30 years out of your life. It's not going to tell you that. This is all big facts. This is truth. This is going to happen to you. They don't tell you that on these platforms, that it is there to mislead you, to misinform you, to misguide you. It's going to tell you about everything else about this way of life. Yeah, they upholding this. Yeah, so-and-so's over there. He's in jail. He stabbed this person up. So-and-so's over there. They jumped this person. They don't jump that person. But it's not telling you that the other guy just last week ago got killed in there from being in the wrong game. They're not telling you that this guy got robbed in there. They're not telling you that this guy got raped and beaten to death and murdered in prison. They're not telling you that. So don't be abducted by this way of life and kidnapped by this way in life and place where, in people, places, and things that you have no knowledge of. This is all facts, beloved. This is all facts. Each one teach one. Please like, share, subscribe to the dopest channel out right now on YouTube. That's coming with bangers and heat, bangers and heat, bangers and heat for you and I at the end of the day. Don't forget to comment, right? Hit the notification bell. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, so you can know that I'm dropping bangers and heat for you and I. I'm coming with knowledge, wisdom, understanding, experience from a spiritual eye. Yes. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Yes. This is all big facts. All big facts for us, man. Each one teach one. You know, I got to keep my foot on this life.